right? 41 minutes on my phone. You guys better, I know, oh, you guys probably have, oh my god, Ivan, yeah. You guys better enjoy this listening series until I make that phone, until the stuff on service. Because once I sit me on service and I find out how wicked you are, that is, I am done. You're not going to hear from me, you're not even going to hear from me when I'm talking, when you listen to me. I am done. You can see the future. I'm not going to do it like that. When I pay this fiend karma eyes, I'm pacing out for good, you're never going to hear from me ever again, obviously. As you can't, when I say, yeah, Ivan, even though you're making videos, we don't see your face. Yeah, you don't see my face. You only hear me. You only listen to me. And I'm a man of my word. When I said I'm peace out for good and I said about China, I really mean it, guys. As I know you guys take me for granted. Ivan did his listening series. Look, man, you can enjoy his listening series while you can. Once I find out how wicked you are, I am done. I'm never making any more videos forever again. I'm done. And you guys know I'm done. Yeah, Ivan, we know you're piecing out. Yes, I'm piecing the fuck out more after this. Right? So going back to the crewmen, I want the crewmen who worked on Lord of the Rings to work for my last Hope for Saints movie. So all you crewmen who worked on Lord of the Rings, you can jump for joy, as I'll be hiring you guys to work on my last Hope for Saints movie. 1,500, because I heard Lord of the Rings had about 2,000 crewmen. I'm only gonna hire 1,500 crewmen. I can't afford 2,000 crewmen because I can't afford to pay them 150K. But worst comes to worst, if I end up hiring 2,000 crewmen, I'm gonna cut their paycheck to like $75,000 to $80,000, which is still pretty good. It's more than what you're making in Hollywood, obviously. But I want to pay these crewmen 150K. Hence why I'm gonna find a way to make it work with 1,500 crewmen, which I will. If I give worst comes to worst, I can have the crewmen flown even a sec. I can have the crewmen even start working on the sets the second year if you want. But 1 year is more than enough time to build all the sets. Because you're looking at a good, 500, 600 construction crewmen, which is more than enough to build like a couple acres of cities, obviously. Right? So I want the crewmen who worked on Lord of the Rings to work for my last Saints movie. C-list crewmen are out. C-list people are out. I'm not hiring you guys. And C-list crewmen are out. I only want the crewmen who worked on Lord of the Rings to work for my movie. 1,500 of them, obviously. The only people so the people who cooked food for Lord of the Rings, I don't want those people working for my movies. I'm going to be hiring my own chefs. So I'm going to put in the ad. I don't want the people who cook food for Lord of the Rings. No, I'm going to hire my own chefs, and they're going to be cooking the amazing luxury food for the crewmen and the actors. Peter Jackson and me and my wife also. That's why Scotch will be the best part of 10 minutes, obviously. And trust me, you're going to see in the doc the kind of food the actors and the crewmen are getting served. The luxury food, like, holy shit, Scotch is top notch. All you can drink milkshake. I'm also going to have all you can drink milkshake, vanilla, strawberry, and chocolate, man. I'm also going to have a luxury Coke vending machine. You know those vending machines? I'm going to have those nice vending machines. All you can drink Coke. Have like three to four options: 7-Up, Sprite, Coke, and Orange Crush. Have those four. You also have water, obviously. You know what I'm saying? You can have this is going to be top notch. Yeah, the actors are getting spoiled. The crewmen are getting spoiled. That's why the crewmen are going to work so much harder for me than what they've been in Lord of the Rings, obviously. You're going to see the crewmen working so hard that when they go to Hollywood, the producer will be like, how come you didn't work that hard for me in my movies? Because you didn't pay them because money. You didn't pay them as good money. You didn't fly them privately. You didn't give them a $2,000 gift card, and you didn't what? You didn't spoil them with a luxury buffet like Ivan. Hence, they'll work hard for you, obviously. But they're not going to work as hard. They're going to slack over. Hence why you got those Lars that appear out of nowhere. You got those cheesy scenes. Why? Because the crewmen slacked off more, obviously. They'll still work hard for you. Even if you pay the crewmen 30K, they sign a contract. They're entitled to work hard, but they're not going to work as hard. If you pay them 150K, they're going to work their asses off. They're going to really, really work hard. I also spoiled them with a once-a-month party. So Peter Jackson, the third year with the assistant director and all them, the 17, they're going to be partying up with the 17 once a month. Once a month, every 12 times that year. Yeah, man. They're getting spoiled. And you're going to see that all trending, man. It's going to be crazy. You're going to see all of that trending online. It's going to be crazy, man. You're looking at something fucking crazy. You're looking at something crazy, man. Hence why what? Me and VJ are going to be living life, and you guys are all left behind. I set the whole thing up. I'm a genius, man. Yeah, when Ivan was poor, he made videos for us. But now that he's king, he's living life with his wife, he totally forgot about his Stupid Sava's channel. And now the doc trailer is going on. The movie trailers going on. Ivan's a billionaire. He like he totally forgot about his Salvage Channel. Yeah, once I'm a movie star with my wife, we're bigger movie stars than all these Hollywood celebrities. Obviously, I am totally gonna forget about this stupid Sabotage channel. You have to understand that. Yeah, obviously. So second year, Peter Jackson and all them, they'll be staying in a hotel for a good month. So I'll have John Howe and Al Lee stay in a hotel for 6 months, 7 months, and after that I'll send them home. I won't need them anymore, obviously, and then when pre-production starts the third year, you can fly them to Switzerland with the whole crew, and they can consult and all that stuff. Have them consult for the mask and building the sets, and so they drew the world. You can do that for them, and the fourth year they can watch production, and they'll be a part of the luxury hotel party and all that, obviously, right? So second year, Peter Jackson will be what? He'll be what? Oh my God, you have everything planned. Yeah, I have everything planned now for my Sky Source movie, obviously. You're looking at 5 years for Zanus. A long project, obviously. Because you also have post-production will take a good 6 to 7 months. Perhaps even 8 months. So you're looking at almost 5 years for the whole thing, man. Something crazy. So for what? So second year, I'll have Peter Jackson stay in the hotel for 1 month. He won't have to work. All he'll be doing is going over his direct notes pretty much. And every time when I fly in all the actors and sign the contract, he'll be in the room with me and VJ, obviously, because he's my director, my executive producer, obviously. And he'll be what? He'll be part of all the he'll be a part of all the takeouts with me, VJ, the 17, and the actors. And so we're gonna have a blast off. The doc will be filming some of this too, obviously. And we'll get to party up my condo for all the takeouts with the actors, as well as what? As well as he'll be partying up in a lounge with the minor actors. Because the minor actors don't party up my condo. The minor actors I'll party up in a lounge. I'll book a nice lounge, and we'll party up at a lounge. So I don't want to be partying up my condo every day. For the minor actors, I'll party up in a lounge. With the major actors, I partied up in my condo because they're my stars, obviously. As well as Peter Jackson will be a part of the 4 ad shoots the first year with the 17, and he'll also be a part of the 4 ad shoots the second year with the actors, which is cool. Hence, he'll be featured on my website, and he'll be featured on my what? He'll be featured on my website, and he'll be featured on my what? On my on the billboards in front of my office, as well as I'm gonna put some around the city most likely. Hence, he'll be boss. Yeah. Oh my God, look at Peter Jackson. He's boss. Yeah. And that's why I'm like, all right, I had a good time for your ad shoots, yeah. But for the ad shoots, I'm not paying for his suits, man, and his luxury clothes. Look, man, for the ad shoot, you have to buy your own suit, your nice $2,000 suit. I pay you your $10 and you're loaded. And if you for the other ad shoots for casual clothing, you have to bring your own casual clothing if you want, or you can go to Vancouver and buy your own nice clothes if you want. I pay you your $10 bonus and you're loaded. And so I'm not sponsoring for your clothes. Whereas the actors, I'm not paying them. Hence what? Hence why what? Hence why I'm sponsoring them with all their clothing, as well as their what, as well as their training wear, all that stuff. So once Peter Jackson met all the actors, the major ones and the minor ones, I will send him home. He gets his break, obviously. There's a good chance he'll want to stay because he wants to be saved, obviously. But look, man, I don't need you anymore. You know what I'm saying? Go home, spend time with your family. All I ask is that you go over your directing notes every day for a couple hours. That way you're prepped. Because I heard for The Hobbit he winged it. Look, man, I don't want you winging it for my movie. I'll be very pissed off if you did that. Obviously, I need you prepared. Obviously, that way when production starts, you're not lost. I have your assistant directors there to help you, obviously, and my 2 sisters will be helping you. And you also have your first unit director, your second unit director who will be helping you too. Obviously, you see what I'm saying here? Right? And for Peter Jackson, what I'll do for him, because he was my executive producer, I'll also have him and his family go on a 2-week vacation after film is completed. So once film is completed, I'll have the 7 team and Peter Jackson and all them. The photographers and all of them, I don't have to send them on vacation. They are my main people, but they're not really. No. Just the 7 team and Peter Jackson and his family. I'll book a nice resort wherever they want to go, Panama, Cuba, whatever it is, and you can have book a nice resort for just him, his family, the 7 teams and their family, and they can have fun. Obviously, I'll pay for their feeding. I'll pay for their feeding. So Peter Jackson, his family, and or Mel Gibson's family, right? Whoever's chosen, and the 7 team and their family, I'll book a nice resort for them, and their feeding is paid for the 2 weeks. But if they want to go out to dinner, if they want to buy souvenirs, you know what I'm saying, buy clothing, buy their kids clothes, so they have to pay with their own money. I pay you a lot of money. You can pay with your own money, obviously. The 7 team, I pay them a bonus because 7 team also gets a bonus after what? After filming. You guys already know what I'm talking about. I mentioned in my previous videos, obviously. And so they can easily, and I pay them a lot of money, they can easily pay for their kids, husbands or wives, clothes, all that stuff. If you want to get nice clothes and all that stuff and do things, do some things in those countries, you have to pay with your own money. But I'll pay for your for your living at the resort, wherever it is, and your feeding is all paid for. Hence why they're all going to work super hard for me. As Hollywood doesn't do this. Hollywood doesn't send their directors on vacations. Sometimes they do. They might. I don't know. But I'm willing to send Peter Jackson's family on a 2-week vacation with the 7 team. And they're going to have a blast, obviously. Yeah. Obviously, right? So the second year, me and Vijay will not do any business calls, obviously. All me and Vijay will do will be practicing our lines. We wake up every morning, we take a swim, we work out, and we'll be practicing our lines from morning. So what I'll do is I'll wake up at 6 in the morning every morning, second year, and then we'll work out for a good hour, you know what I'm saying? And then me and Vijay, we take a nice swim, obviously, and then from from 8 o'clock in the morning to 2 o'clock in the afternoon, we have to practice our lines. A lot of work, but we need to be serious. Man, look, Vijay, every morning, we can't slack off. Every morning from 8 in the morning to 2 in the afternoon, 3 in the afternoon around there, the actors will ride around 2, right? 2 in the afternoon around there, we have to practice our lines. That way, every day for 1 year, that way we're prepped, obviously. That way, by the time the third year hits, everyone already memorized their lines, obviously. And then the afternoon, we sign the contracts with the actors and crewmen, and then we do the takeouts on all of them, and that's it. That's all movies are going to be doing. So we're going to be chilling, obviously. And the 7 team are going to have to work in the office for 5 days a week. They get their weekends off, and they're going to have to make all those business calls. As you're looking at, especially for the documentary, you're looking at a lot of the business calls. Because the 7 team are constantly going to have to keep track of flying the doc team to all these places, man. Flying the doc team to Los Angeles, you know what I'm saying, to New Zealand, filming Peter Jackson and all of them. You know what I'm saying? The people overseeing the extras in Switzerland, yeah, you're gonna have to fly through Karaman to all those places to film all that. As well as pay for their buffet, pay for their living at the hotel. Yeah, a lot of work. But I don't pay you a lot of money for nothing. I want to put you to fucking work, man. Second year will be the most work for the 7 team. It looks crazy. They have to make a lot of calls. Shipping everything to Switzerland. The quote for the sets, you have to ship all that to Switzerland, obviously. The IMAX cameras, you have to ship all that to Switzerland the third year. The quote for the cameras, the special effects, the blue screen, the green screen, the special effect equipment, you have to ship that. You have to order that and ship it to the building. Next to the building where me and Vijay next to the building where the 7 team work. Yeah, ordering all the computer software, the special effects equipment. Yeah, you have to ship it. That's a lot of work, man. Make all those business calls. Yeah, man. Hence why you pay them a lot of money and you give them weekends off. That way they're not stressed. So Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni, if they're hired, Rian Johnson or J.J. Abrams, they get their weekends off, obviously. And Peter Jackson in the first year, he also gets his weekends off too. There's a good chance during the weekends me and Vijay will be going to the bar a lot with Peter Jackson and all them. There's some times where I might take Peter Jackson, the concert artist, you know what I'm saying, and George Lucas, we take him out and we have a beer. Sometimes I might even pay him, hey man, hey Peter, you know what I'm saying, the assistant director, let's go have a beer. I take him out to the beer. It's on me. I'll pay. The round's on me, and me and Vijay, we have a beer with Peter Jackson. Yeah. So we live in the life, man. And I can also have the doc team film some of that personal stuff too. Yeah, film some of our personal life too. So I don't know if it's a Saturday and we're off, and me and Vijay take Peter Jackson out to the bar restaurant for a beer. You can film some of that too. We have a nice talk. I might even ask Peter Jackson, hey Peter Jackson, tell me your Lord of the Rings story. I want to hear your Lord of the Rings story. How did you start? How did you what? How did it come to be? What happened? Yeah, Peter Jackson. Yeah, I'm not telling you the whole story. And Peter Jackson tells me the whole story of how how he got the job of the director of Lord of the Rings. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So second year the star. So once period. So second year the stars are flown in. So guys like you guys already know Idris Elba, Digimon Hansu, Avon Joje. It'll be easy for Avon Joje because he lives in Vancouver, obviously. But Avon Joje, I'll have him stay in a hotel the third year. That way he doesn't feel left out, obviously. I'll have him stay in the hotel with the actors. That way he can bond with them. Okay, even though you live in Vancouver, I'll have you stay in a hotel with the other actors, obviously, when you're training, obviously, and doing your tackle training, horse training, and his feeding is still taken care of, even though he lives in Vancouver, right? That way he's not left out. Because if you have Avon Joje stay in his house and the actors are all in their hotel and all stuff, he'll feel a bit left out. Hence why I'll have him stay with the actors in the hotel room. Yeah. So guys like Avon Joje, you know what I'm saying? Idris Elba, Digimon Hansu, John Boyega, obviously. These are all my stars, obviously. Especially guys like Cassius and Papari and Tassonis. Those are like the three major characters in the story. And those are like the real major stars. Everyone else are all stars too, obviously. Andy Serkis, obviously, right? Don Cheadle, the actor for Queen Sarah. She's also one of my stars. I don't know her name. She's also going to be one of my stars too. Queen Sarah, obviously. You also have the actor for Belle, Mary. Obviously, so Ariana Grande, Danielle Millette, they're all going to be what? Flown to Vancouver the second year, and they're going to sign those big-ass contracts. And I'm not going any higher than that for them, as that is good enough, obviously. If their agents agree and they want money, look, man, you're not getting more money, this is good enough. You get your nice, rich salary, and you get your $250,000 reoccurring royalty check for all the releases, and you get $250K for being on the posters, which is nice. It's a nice deal. And there's a high chance I'll have the actors do commercials too for my company. You know when you watch videos and you see those ads, you see ads before the video starts. I might do that for my company, for the documentary, for the documentary trailer. Also, you can have the actors do an ad commercial for what? For $50,000, you can do a very good commercial. Put $50,000 into a couple commercials and easily afford $80 million budget. Have the actors do the commercials. I can have the actors do 2 commercials every year. So I'll have the actors do 2 commercials the first year, the second year, obviously the third year, and the fourth year. You can have them do commercials for 4 years. Have them do 2 commercials every year and pay them $10,000 per commercial. So they get $20,000 in their bank for doing 2 commercials, which is nice. Considering the advertisement, right? You could even have Peter Jackson do a commercial too. Peter Jackson, I can pay him, I don't know. Pay him, because he's really big, pay him a nice like $30,000 per commercial, which is nice, obviously. Because he's so big, because Peter Jackson's worth like $1 billion, you can pay him like $30,000 per commercial if you want. You can have him do commercials with the actors. Okay, the actors, you get your $10,000 for doing this commercial, this quick commercial, and then Peter Jackson can do his commercial with them, and he gets his $30,000, which is nice, obviously. So if he does 2 commercials, he gets $60,000, which is nice, obviously. You can have him do, but Peter Jackson, because he's a director, I won't have him do as much commercials. I can have him do a commercial the first year and maybe the fourth year, and pay him like $30,000 for the commercial, which is nice. He gets $30,000 back, which is nice, obviously. Hence why Scarface is better than Hollywood, obviously. Right? So I might have in the contract, okay, you guys get your rich salary, you get your $300 gas card, you get spoiled, staying in a hotel, the limo driver taking you for lunch, getting sponsored for your clothing, for the ad shoots, you know what I'm saying? Your training wear, all paid for, obviously. Your hotel living, all paid for. Your feeding the third year, all paid for. The limo driver taking you for your feeding, all paid for. You get your luxury buffet the fourth year, obviously, and you also be doing commercials. I can pay you $10,000 for every commercial, which is nice, obviously. So if you do 2 commercials, you get... So the actors will make a good what? The actors are going to make a good, I don't know, $80,000 for doing 8 commercials, which is nice. So the actors do 2 commercials a year, they get paid $80,000 for the commercials, and so they're making, which is nice, obviously, easily affordable with a $970 budget, easily affordable. As I told you, my budget's so big, I'm gonna have a good like $25 million left over my budget, man. It's so big, I'm gonna have like $25 million left over my budget. But some of that money will be used if the world tour happens. If me and VJ get calls, if my secretaries get calls, obviously, and they let me and VJ know when we go on that world tour, with the actors of Peter Jackson, me and VJ are gonna have to cover all that, obviously, cover the cost for Peter Jackson, the hotel. Because if we go to those events, we're only gonna be staying in a hotel for like 1 day, 1 or 2 days. And a night, say how everyone say a night's like $2,000 hotel, easily affordable. It only costs a couple $100,000 for that. And so we can cover the cost for Peter Jackson and all the main actors if we go on that world tour, which I guarantee we will. I guarantee you, because Zanis is a big movie, an eyes movie, and Eric Testadell himself, the best story ever told. I'm making a prediction. I guarantee you, me and VJ are gonna go on that world tour, man. And that's why you guys are gonna feel like total shit. And you're gonna see all these pictures and videos trending online. Yeah, you see me sitting down, me talking, cracking jokes, VJ cracking jokes, Peter Jackson, my two script developers. There's a good chance if the 7 team, I'm only gonna bring like 2 people. Look, man, I'm not gonna have all you guys come, as I don't have enough room in the 2 jets. If I end up going on a world tour, I'll have my 2 script developers come with me. So Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni, they'll be coming with me and VJ. And Peter Jackson will be coming with me, obviously, and as well as the main like 10 actors will be coming with me, and they'll be flown on my jet, obviously. They'll be flown proudly on my jet. That's why it's easier. That's why Skyscraper's burned Hollywood. In Hollywood, they fly the actors and directors commercial, whereas they're going to be flown proudly on my jets. I'm gonna buy 2 jets. I'm gonna buy like a $40 million jet, smaller jet. I'm gonna buy a $7 million jet. My $7 million jet, I'll have it fit like 14 people, and the other jet I'll have it fit like 10 people, which is enough for both groups of people, right? For the world tour, obviously, right? That's why Skyscraper will be buried in Hollywood, buried in Hollywood, man. Yeah, man. And that's where all these actors and crew and directors are gonna beg their fucking asses off. You look at something fucking crazy, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. You're looking at something fucking crazy. They're gonna beg their fucking asses off, man. Especially, so imagine if the world tour happens, the actors and directors already experienced that crazy fame for the doc trailer and movie trailers. And then you also have the world tour, crazy fame for that if we go on the world tour, right? And after the world tour, you have the crazy red carpet event, Luxury Hotel Party. Hence why these actors are going to beg their ass off. Yeah, they were saved, man. And Skysource is better than Hollywood. As if me and VJ and the 2 script developers go on that world tour with Peter Jackson, the actors, you're looking at crazier fame than even Hollywood. Remember Avengers, you had that crazy fame? They went on that tour. Well, for my movie, because it's an Iron movie, you're looking at a world tour. Going on a world tour all across Canada, America, Europe. It was something crazy. And if we do end up going on a world tour, I'll tell the actors and Peter Jackson, look, if we go on a world tour, the expenses is all covered by SkySource. As me and VJ can easily afford it. As we're going to have like $25 million on our budget, we can easily afford to cover the costs for the actors' hotel and feeding when we go on the world tour. When we go on the world tour around the world. I'll tell people, look, man, if they want to interview us, tell them that SkySource can cover the cost for the actors' flights. They'll be flown probably on me and VJ's jets, and their hotel stay and feeding is paid for. Obviously, hence we're gonna have and there's a high chance when we go on that world tour, there's a high chance me and wife and the actors are also gonna have parties too. We're probably during the time we might go to a bar and we get drunk at a bar, yeah, and so we're gonna have a blast, obviously. Yeah, man. Right. That's why the actors are saying so lucky. That's why they're gonna beg. You guys know what I'm talking about. You see the future. That's why these actors are gonna beg their fucking ass off. We don't resign them because they want to be safe. They don't want to be left behind. At the same time, what? Skyscraper is better than Hollywood. At the same time, I paid them their free millions. I pay them more money than Hollywood on average. Hollywood, on average, Skyscraper pays what? Pays the actors more money even than Hollywood on average, obviously. You see what I'm saying? Right? But the highest I'm ever going to go for an actor for my movie is $50 million. I'm not going to go any higher than $50 million for an actor. That's good enough. Anything over $50 million, you're being stupid. The highest I'm ever going to go for an actor for my movie is $50 million around there. Even 51, 52, you can go a bit higher. But I told you, worst comes to worst, if these actors want more money, so for the Hidden Vampire movie, if Will Smith's agent is very greedy, so let's say if I offer Will Smith $44 million, if he's very, very greedy and he's angry, I can put an extra $6 million in my budget, and I can pay him $50 million. Okay, I'll pay you a bit more. I'll pay you $30 million salary at Star Production, and then you get your $20 million bonus. And you also get your what? You get your $10,000 for the commercials, obviously. There's a high chance I'm gonna have the actors do commercials for my company. You get your $10,000 for the what? For the commercials. I'm not gonna have them do any more than two commercials. You gotta watch for your budget. Have the actors do like two commercials, which I'll have them do commercials, obviously. You get your $1.5 million for the post sales, and that's good enough. And you get your $250,000 for the release, which is a nice fucking deal. I'm not going to hire that for you, man. That's good enough. If you're greedy and you want a piece of our royalties, you're not worth it. Me and Vijay are the one paying the bills. We're paying your salary. We're accommodating you, paying for your hotel, paying for your flights, your private flights. We're paying for your feeding, your limo driver, everything. We're the one funding the movie project, the special effects, everything. We're paying for your world tour bills. There's a high chance for all my movies we're going to go on a world tour. Even for the Great Escape movie, we're going to get invited on that world tour, guaranteed. So Keanu Reeves, Scarlett Johansson, Ben Affleck, if they're hired, they're also going to be going on that world tour with me and VJ. And the director and most likely the two scripts. Because if I go on the world tour, I'm not going to bring my whole 7 team. It's just going to cost me more money. I'm like, look, man, I know you want to come with me, but I'm only bringing the two script developers because they're my executive producers. So Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni are hired. They're going to be a part. If we go on the world tour, they're going to be a part of that world tour with me and my wife and the director and the actors for all my 5 movies. This has been crazy, man. Behind the scenes, though, not in the public eye, all behind the scenes. Hence why you guys are going to regret your decision, because it's finally going to hit your minds. Oh my God, like, we're fucking stupid, man. I can't believe we chose this bullshit sex over IMV's glory. Had we let them be together and see them in public eye, we would have been a part of this amazing glory. Seeing all the press conferences of IMV's, the Comic Con. Yeah, man. You guys are so stupid and reprobate. You chose our bullshit sex, being left behind over being saved and being part of the experience. And nevertheless, that sex, you guys are reprobate. And because you guys are blind, obviously. You're blinded by your envy. Because you're fucking reprobate people, man. Fucking stupid people, man. Yeah, man. That's why these actors gonna beg. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. The Great Escape movie will have crazy, crazy buzz too. So enough about Zaynus. Those actors chose over Zaynus. You're lucky. All the ones chose for my movie, they're gonna be living the life, and they're gonna be what? They're gonna be living the amazing life, man. The amazing, amazing life. Look at something crazy. They're gonna be living the amazing life, man. The amazing life. They're gonna be part. There's a high chance I will have the actors do commercials, and if they do, they're gonna get paid a nice, like, I don't know, $80,000 for doing those commercials, which is a nice paycheck. And that's why Scarface is better in Hollywood, obviously. But Hollywood actors do commercials too, and they get paid a lot of money too. But man, I'm paying you like $10,000 per commercial. So if you do 8 commercials, that's $80,000 in your bank. So you get your rich salary, your $250,000 for the posters, your $250,000 for the release. You also get your $80,000 for the commercials, which is nice, obviously. Which is a nice deal, obviously. Right? That's why these actors chosen for Zaynus are gonna beg their asses off. Zaynus will have the strongest buzz out of all my movies will have crazy, crazy buzz. But Zaynus will have the most buzz because it's a unique story. Eric has developed himself. It's the best story ever told. And it's the most expensive movie out of all my 5 movies. As the technology for Zaynus will blow all my other movies' technology out of the water. Not blow it out of the water, but it's going to be better quality, obviously. The Great Escape movie will also be revolutionary technology too, as I'm putting like $250 million towards special effects for that movie. For the gun shootings, the car chases, the world building, all that stuff. Something crazy. Yeah, man. Something 3 times better than... I'm making that movie for like $700 million. 730 is a bit too much. You're wasting money. 700... I'll make the Great Escape movie for $700 million. That's good enough. I'll put $300 million towards salaries and $400 million towards the movie. And $250 million towards special effects. Obviously. You see what I'm saying? And for the Great Escape movie, the high chance... Keanu Reeves, Scarlett Johansson, and what's his name? Ben Affleck are chosen for that movie. I'll pay Ben Affleck $36 million, obviously, and he'll get his money for his commercials, obviously. So you get your $36 million, your $10,000 for like 2 commercials every year if you want, for the ad commercial if you want. Do a nice ad commercial, obviously. And then I'll give him $1.5 million for the poster sales and a $250,000 royalty check for the release, which is nice. Keanu Reeves, I'll pay him a nice $40 million for the role, obviously, and I'll give him $1.5 million for the poster sales, a $250,000 road check with release, and he gets his money for his commercials too, obviously. Scarlett Johansson, I'm willing to pay her $38 million, and I'll give her $1.5 million for the poster sales, and I'll give her, I don't know, give her $10,000 for the commercials, and $250,000 for the release, which is a nice deal. And they're also going to be part of that crazy fame for the greatest movie. It looks something crazy, man. Something fucking crazy, yeah, man. Obviously, that's why these actors are going to be the awesome. They're going to get to party up at a luxury hotel in Italy. As the Great Escape movie will be, most of it will be filmed in Italy. I'll film in America for a good, I don't know, 3 weeks in New York. I want me and Vijay to live in New York. We film in New York for a good 3 weeks. And then we're gonna have to lease lease 5 streets for like 3 months will cost like $60 million. Easily affordable with $700 million budget, obviously. I'm also gonna have to build sets around the city, all that stuff. Hire a good 20,000 extras. The Great Escape movie will have a good 20,000 extras, 10,000, 20,000 extras, easily affordable. And they're gonna get to party it up at that luxury hotel. I'm renting a nice luxury hotel in Italy. I'm going to have the red carpet event take place there in Italy. I'm going to cut this camera off here.